The biggest success over the last year has been that we've been able to get our tax system, our update to our tax system, moving to a browser-based tax system underway, and the project's going very well. We're very excited about that. The other big success is we've been able to start cloud applications at the Tax Commission. We have two that are up and running. The first is our complaint system. We've been able to move that to the cloud, and we were able to do it in weeks rather than months, and at a fraction of the cost that traditional application development methods would have used. The other major success is working in collaboration with the 44 Idaho counties. Our county support unit has been able to put a cloud application up so that the counties can post their GIS and property plat information out in the cloud, including photographs at no cost. So those were big successes. Our biggest challenge has been twofold. The first is the procurement system. We're really not in a position yet to take advantage of the necessary economies of scale to capture the value of the cloud. But we're working with the Office of Contracts the Office of Procurement to help that situation. The other challenge, frankly, is the vendor community. The vendors are still trying to sell us point applications. They want to sell each agency a point solution for that agency. What we really need is a cloud solution, a toolkit that lets us build those. Cross-jurisdictional collaboration or cross-agency collaboration is always a challenge. It's been the theme of the Harvard Kennedy School Public Sector Summit every year for the last 4 years. It's a theme this year. It'll be the theme for the foreseeable future. The problem is governance. Unfortunately, even in government, collaboration between agencies is often seen as the equivalent of a private sector hostile takeover. It's one thing to say, you and I can work together and we can share a contract and get things done. It's something totally different for me to give up my resources to you and depend upon you to provide me the services that I need. So there's this whole governance infrastructure has to be put in place where service level agreements, memorandums of understanding, and let's face it, between two government agencies, they're totally unenforceable. So it's a huge challenge. And I think it'll continue to be. Now, the way we're addressing it in Idaho is sort of, again, under the leadership of the state CTO, we call sort of a coalition of the willing, where those areas that we can collaborate, we do. And we're focusing on things that have low governance or no governance requirements, such as sharing a large contract. One of the things we're looking at in the future would be going to a cloud email solution, where not only the state agencies, but also the city of Boise, Ada County could all share a contract. They could all have their own email addresses. They could all have their own trees, but we would be able to share the economies of scale of a large contract. I'm a rebel, y'all, and I came up with the PC revolution, burn down the data center, and look at me now. Things have been kind of stale for a while, but there's some things coming together that are, I think, exciting and are going to turn things upside down. Three things are coming together. The first is this whole cloud thing is maturing, and I think mobile and cloud are one and the same. They're really tightly interrelated. The second thing is we're finally getting workflow solutions that are easy to use and robust, because let's face it, everything government does is a workflow. And the third thing is the evidence-based data analysis. We're finally getting to the point where we have access to more than just our internal data. There's wide sources of data available, and as sensor-based data becomes available so that we can measure what's going on real time, I think that, coupled with the new analytical tools coming out, we'll be able to move from simply descriptive data, like how many potholes did we fill? Okay, we can tell you that, to proscriptive data analysis. Like, if we make this policy change, this is where the evidence should take us, and then we should be able to measure that. So I think when those three things come together in the next 2 to 5 years, the structure of information technology shops is going to get turned upside down, because we're not going to be building stuff anymore. We're going to be more like chefs in a kitchen, And we're going to be getting the best products off the shelf, best products down at the market, and building cooking solutions based on those products for the end users rather than building them. Number one, number two, and number three is the tax system has to be up and running on January 1st so that the citizens of the state of Idaho can pay their taxes. That's number one. That's the biggest thing. But next to that is I want to continue with our cloud initiative. My contract allows me to build 10 applications. I've built one. So if I'm going to take advantage of the sunk cost of this, I need to bring some more applications up. And there's no lack of workflow applications. And the other big thing is to continue our coalition of the willing, particularly with the city of Boise and Ada County, as well as the state agencies, to try to find some major application that we can, enterprise level application that we can float forwards for funding so that we can go forward in FY16 with something bigger than a simple agency workflow application. Technology to lower costs by itself is extraordinarily difficult. There's no magic bullets that I know of. You need to combine technology with people, skill set, and organization. For example, between 2009 and 2012, when I was the CIO for the CFO in Washington, D.C., Dr. Gandhi, we were able to reduce our operating costs for IT from $34 million a year to $21 million a year. Very significant savings. And we were able to do that because those things came together. First of all, there was the political will to say, wait a minute, we can't continue to work in silos. We have to build a center of excellence. So we had that organizational structure. Then the next thing was we had a partnership between the unions, HR, and management to say, wait a minute, we need to do something for our IT employees. We need to help them to succeed, and we need to create a better career for them. We had roughly 100 employees. We had 51 job descriptions. And then we were able to reduce that to 12 job descriptions with career paths. Employees could get more money, they had career paths, and they were being rewarded for being technologists, for learning technology, for being successful and excellent at doing technology, rather than, I remember how it used to be in the old system, and I'm the best person there was to manage the old system. So those three things came together, and then you could get cost savings. I don't think it would have been possible with any one of those three. I think you had to have all three come together.